5 action from US Bank Stadium in Minnesota. The Vikings looking for their first win in their new stadium. Early first quarter, Blake Bortles on the first play from scrimmage would find Will Fuller, and he would beat the safety down the sidelines, and the Texans were out to an early 6-0 lead as Nick Novak would miss the extra point. More on him later, as there is Stephon Diggs over the middle for a Vikings first down, and on 3rd and 16, it is Bradford back from the gun, and he would throw a dangerous pass to Adam Thielen, who would drop it in coverage. Now on the next Texans possession, it is Blake Bortles finding Will Fuller once again for early 2 touchdowns for Will Fuller, and Nick Novak would miss his second extra point of the game, so it would be 12-0 Texans early, as there is Sam Bradford finding the rookie tight end Rhett Ellison on the outside, who would take it down the sidelines a long way, and on 1st and 10, Bradford would find his man Charles Johnson over the middle, the new number 2 wide receiver ever since their right receiving core has started to go down. On the next Texans possession, it is Blake Bortles finding Fuller over the middle for the first down, and on 2nd and 7, Bortles would find Fuller once again over the middle and inside the Minnesota 25-yard line. Bortles on a 3rd down and 16, tough play, throws over the middle to Gurley, and that would not be enough, as Nick Novak would tack on the 3 points as he would finally hit a field goal right there. On the ensuing Minnesota possession, it's Bradford finding his man Rhett Ellison once again on the outside, putting a great move on the Texans defender and finally being brought down deep in Houston territory. Bradford on the next play would find Will Fuller, make that Adam Thielen on the outside, and there's Rhett Ellison once again, who gets a block but does not follow it, as a great block by Adam Thielen right there, but Rhett Ellison just missed it there. Off the play fake from Bradford on the next play, he would find Charles Johnson in the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game. 1 point Texans lead late, and it is Blake Bortles coughing up the ball, and it is returned for a pick 6 right there. That was not ruled a fumble, as Blair Walsh tacks on the extra point. On 3rd and 5, it is Charles Johnson once again over the middle, catching that and getting into Texans territory, but on 3rd and 3, their drive would stall, as there is Adrian Peterson getting blown up by J.J. Watt, but DeAndre Hopkins would come right back and answer for the score, and the Texans would take the lead once again. A very back-and-forth game, but this would not help at all. Nick Novak missing his 3rd extra point of the game. Later, 2nd and 10, there is Adam Thielen making a great catch on the outside, and on 2nd and 5, Bradford would fake it, throw outside to Charles Johnson, who would pick up the first down on a 9-yard gain right there. 2nd and 10, Bradford back from the gun, and he finds his man on the outside, Rhett Ellison, once again inside the red zone, the Houston red zone. On 2nd and 2, Bradford would find his man. It was Adam Thielen, celebrating too early, but it would not matter, as Adrian Peterson would tap off the drive from the 2-yard line with a 2-yard touchdown run right there. Later, it is Bortles finding Adam Thielen once again, who goes up and grabs it over the Minnesota defender, and he would take it to the house to once again give Houston the lead. On the next Houston drive, it is intercepted. They were going for the same exact setup right there, but the man coverage this time comes down with it. Now, late in the 4th quarter, it is Sam Bradford finding a rhythm late as he connects right there with Adam Thielen on the outside to the 31-yard line. On 2nd and 10, He finds Rhett Ellison once again into Houston's red zone. On 3rd and 4, it's a play fake, and he's going to find his man on the outside. That's Adam Thielen once again inside the 5 of Houston. And Adrian Peterson would spin off of a tackler and bring it in for the touchdown as Minnesota would take the lead. It's 35-31. Texans have 2 minutes to score. On the kickoff, though, it is Will Fuller the 5th fumbling. And that would basically fumble the game, as they would only need 1 first down to complete the game. And they would take the knee, as the final score would be the Vikings 35 and the Texans 31. Both teams are now 2-3, as the Texans will travel to Tennessee next week to take on Mariota and the Titans, as the Vikings have their bye next week. Once again, final score, Vikings 35, Texans 31.